The imaginative conversion of this Airbus 330-300 aircraft into Kathmandu's Aviation Museum is the brainchild of Captain Upreti. His inspiration is former US President John F. Kennedy, who once said, "Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country." New York's main airport, JFK, is now named after him. Captain Upreti has flown various aircraft types in his native Nepal, as well as in India, Indonesia, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Oman, Cyprus, Italy, France and the USA, as well as visited over 80 countries. In 2012, he bought a decommissioned Fokker 100 aircraft, transported it in pieces to reassemble it in Dhangari in far western Nepal, to set up an aviation museum as a tourist attraction in the region. Museums can be a major draw for visitors around the world. In fact, some destinations can attract millions of tourists just because there is a famous museum located there. This aircraft had only flown for about 8 months and suffered a runway excursion incident at Kathmandu Airport in 2015. It was difficult to extricate the huge plane from the runway, and the airport was closed for 4 days. Captain Upreti used to see the aircraft parked at Kathmandu Airport every time he flew in and out, and dreamt one day to acquire the plane to set up a museum in Kathmandu, as well as to serve not just as a tourist attraction, but also educate students about aviation.
Namaste, this is Captain Upreti and I welcome you all to the Aviation Museum inside this Airbus 330-300. We are at an altitude of 4,400 feet above mean sea level and we now begin our journey. You don't need to fasten your seatbelt on this flight, just relax, enjoy the pictures I have taken from the air and under the sea, and you can also take photographs of the aircraft models on display here. There are 7 sections to this aircraft and we are now in the welcome hall where you can watch a short documentary about the origin of this aviation museum. A model of the first ever powered flying machine made by the Wright brothers in 1903, the glass cockpit of an Airbus 330 and miniature models of planes. This is the Airbus 330 glass cockpit. The captain is on the left and the co-pilot or instructor is on the right seat, and you can see thousands of instruments, and this is the latest cockpit of the latest Airbus 330. In the Air Force Hall, there are models of warplanes as well as replicas of the latest Airbus 380 as well as Boeing 777. There is also a painting of God of Sky, Akash Bhairav, in this hall. The Airline Hall is next and it has models of airliners from the first ones to the latest aircraft. The Nepal Aviation Hall also has models of planes that have flown in the skies over Nepal, from the Dakotas to the newest Airbus 330 of Nepal Airlines. You can also see a slideshow of rare photographs of aircrafts flown in Nepal during 1962 to 1975. The fifth hall is in the tail section of this aircraft, and that is also where the Refreshment Hall is located, where miniature aircraft models made by Nepali students are also on display. In the lower deck of the plane is the Humla Hall, where you can see a documentary on aviation, and the place is also open for the refresher class and conference. The museum office is located in the Captain Hall. This museum is not only about the past and present, but it is the museum of the future as well. The main goal of this museum is to inspire, encourage and motivate students in their future careers of their interest and to make a new and an interesting tourist destination in Kathmandu. Your journey in this Airbus 330 Aviation Museum is 100% safe. If you have any queries, please do not hesitate to ask one of our museum attendants. We can also provide suggestions about making this museum more interesting.
It took Nepali and international technicians 4 months to cut the plane into smaller pieces and transport it in trucks at night. It took another 9 months to reassemble it here in Sinamangal. This museum is made possible through a partnership between the Upreti Trust and the Civil Aviation Authority of Nepal. The project has been funded by Captain Upreti's own savings as well as a Rs 27 million loan from Everest Bank. The main objective of the project is to be an educational centre to arouse an interest among young Nepalis about aviation and to inspire students to take up careers in one of the world's fastest growing sectors. Grade 9 to 12 students from all over Nepal will be allowed free entrance if they have a letter from their schools, and other students can get a 50% discount if they come with IDs. Part of the income from the Aviation Museum will go to assist the Upreti Trust, which has been funding treatment for cancer patients from the far west. It will also help the Aircraft Museum in Dhangari and the statue of Siddhanath Baba being erected in Mahendranagar. Aviation Museum Kathmandu, with this huge converted aircraft, cockpit and air traffic control recording, its collection of aircraft models from the Wright brothers flying machine to the most modern plane, as well as the photo gallery of aerial photographs of Nepal, are all dedicated to the people of Nepal by Captain Upreti.
Finally, I would like to request all Nepalis in Nepal and abroad to devote yourself to lifting our motherland through creative and social activities in any way you can. I wish you a very pleasant visit to our Aviation Museum. Thank you. Namaste.